Okay, so listen first. Very important concepts. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you today and tomorrow series of programs and the concepts with the complete recording, right? So as I mentioned, after the Thanksgiving weekend, I will not be available. So what you can do is that you have to do the practice of these things. We are going internal to MapReduce today, right? What we have studied is how the MapReduce is working, what is a mapper, what is a reducer, what is a driver. This much you know very well. Any MapReduce program, what are the three components that the programmer needs to write? Mapper, reducer, and the driver, correct? Driver is the main program. In the main program, can you tell me what are the things that you will write? You will write what is your mapper name, what is your reducer name. You will do the stitching. The stitching happens inside your driver program. So when you look at the driver program, it is in that driver program that you will write what is your mapper name, what is your reducer name. For example, in word count, it was word count mapper and then word count reducer. Did you observe that? If you look at inside the code, right? So what is that? Simple MR, and then if you look at the code source dash com and then bipin and then bipin count.java, and if you look in the main program, come down and look at that. See what is your mapper class, what is your reducer class, from where you are taking the parameters. And I mentioned to you what is the meaning of argus of 0. What is the meaning? The first parameter that you give. In Java, whenever you write a program, right? Suppose I have a program called word count, okay? And then if I give A, B, C, and then P, Q, R, and then X, Y, Z, how many parameters are there for this program? 3 parameters. Word count is the name of the class, right? ABC is the first parameter that is available in Java code as argus of 0. So argus of 0 means first parameter. Argus of 1, because arrays in most of the programming languages start with index 0. You will say it is the first parameter, but for Java it is the 0th parameter. And then PQR is the first parameter. XYZ is the second parameter. So ABC will be argus of 0, PQR will be argus of 1, and XYZ will be argus of 2. Okay, so I'll leave about that. Now, if you are coming to the code, you are telling that your input path is argus of 0. What does that mean? How do you run your MapReduce program? Tell me what is the syntax that you used for running your MapReduce program. You will go to simplemr, and then inside the simplemr you will go to the dist directory, and then you are going to write Hadoop jar my hadoop.jar com.bipin. That is the name of his package, right? And then bipin word count is the name of his particular code. Okay, whatever, bipin count or bipin word count or whatever it is. So bipin count, and then you wrote something like November 3, and then you wrote November 3 out. Correct? This is how you executed all your MapReduce programs. So tell me, what is argus of 0 here? November 3. That is the input file folder. And remember, before you run the program, what did you do? You put your twinkle twinkle file into November 3. That's input folder. November 3 out is the output folder. That is argus of 1. Argus of 0 is November 3. That's the reason why you are telling in this code that input is argus of 0 and output is argus of 1. So apply a little bit of thinking here. If I interchange this as argus of 1 here and argus of 0 here, what will happen? You have to give output first and input next, right? But normally nobody does that. The last line is also very important. MapReduce is going to be executed on large number of nodes, right? So this code that is written by, let's say, Mahesh or Bipin, and you are writing it from your system and you are submitting the job to the MapReduce framework, right? The data center which contains all your Hadoop nodes and all. Once you submit it, you don't know when your program is going to be completed. So you have to add a line telling that until all mappers and reducers are completed in the entire system, wait. That's the last line. That's the basic construct of a MapReduce code. Mapper on the top, look at this. This is the mapper. So you started a class. And look at the beauty of Java. In Java, a class can contain another class. So inside a class, you can put a class. Just like this remote control is containing inside the remote control some batteries or cells, right? In the similar way, cell is a class which is inside the remote control class. So you can have a class inside the class. So Bipin count is containing a tokenizer mapper, which is your mapper class. And I told you a lot about extends. What is meant by extends? You are inheriting or taking the properties from an existing mapper class. And that mapper class is provided by whom? Hadoop. That is the reason why on the top you have told that I want to use the mapper class in my program. Remember utility jar file where we used a utility function in our code? In the similar way, we are using the mapper class and then creating the mapper, extending it and writing your map function inside. So inside this one, what will be there? Inside the mapper, always the map function will be there. That is what you are seeing here as the map function, which takes key and value as the primary parameters. Context is by default you have to give. Key, value. Mapper takes always key and value. Then if you scroll down immediately after the mapper, you will see there is another class called a reducer, and reducer is extending the reducer class which is provided by Hadoop, and you have got the reduce method which takes key and list of values. List of values in Java is called iterator or iterable, and that is what is written here. Iterable means iterate. In English, what is meant by iterate? You go through all the elements, loop, right? That is iterate, and you see context is by default available as a parameter. And then you write your reduce function. What did you do inside the reduce? Remember, you multiplied everything by 2, okay? Actually, it should not be sum equal to sum plus this I told for example that day. Actually, this line should not be there. You remember? We just wrote multiply by 2 to show you how the code is going to be looking like. Actually, this line should not be there, right? And then you get all that sum and then the final value will be printed. So tell me, what is the name of your mapper class? Word occurrence mapper. What is your reducer class? Word occurrence reducer. And now you look at the driver program. Your mapper class is word tokenizer mapper and your reducer class is word occurrence reducer, and then you are writing what is your key class and your value class, and then you are writing from where to take the input and output, and then wait till the map is complete. That's it. Clear? That's how the MapReduce is there. Now let's start playing with this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a directory. Okay, let's call it as workbook. Because I'm going to do some things inside that, right? So I'm going to create a directory called mkdir called workbook, okay? And please clearly observe and stop me when you're having a question. Yeah, what is that? Yeah, workbook. Workbook, and then we will go inside this cd workbook, and we will copy all the contents of simple MR to here because I'm going to experiment on this. How will you copy all the contents of simple MR here? CP, don't do move. Move means what will happen? Permanently it will be moved. CP, and from where? In the home directory, there is a simple MR, right? If I write only simple MR and then put dot, what will happen? That simple MR directory will come as a subdirectory inside. I don't want that. I already created the directory. So what I need to do? I need to recursively copy all the things inside MapReduce to dot, right? Look at the command. It should be very familiar now. Okay, and now ls everything is there. See, it didn't create an internal subdirectory. Now you got all your file, right? And what we are going to do, let us clean it up. How will you clean it? rm minus rf. You don't want dist, you don't want attic, you don't want temp. You can actually write this delete code in the and itself, but I'm just showing you test you don't want, and what else you don't need. I think that's all. And then when you look at that, okay, you don't need classes also, rm minus rf classes also. And if you look now, you got a clean file. You don't need that input file as well. And then you see that you got only build.xml and src. That's your starting point, right? Now cd src ls, cd com ls. How will you change the package name? Move bipin to, see, it is not copy. Move bipin to, let's say, passion. I'm just changing it to passion. So now if you see, it is containing passion. And now cd passion, and now ls, I have got bibincount.java. How will you change this program name? Bibincount.java to, let's say, wordcount.java. Okay, I'm coming back to our old program, wordcount.java, right? And once you change it, what you need to do? You have to open that wordcount.java and change the package name. And what is the name of the package? com.passion, because I changed that package name, right? And the moment you change there, you have to come down, and then in the driver program, wherever that bibin count is there, you have to change. And you can even change the command also. Since it is in double quote, this is optional. So I will write it as word count program, and here I will write it as word count instead of bibin count. And on the top, I have to change the name of the Java file.
Word count, that will be capital C. Program.
What is the name of the file that you gave?
Word count C.
Is C capital? Look at this. Escape shift set ls. Is the C capital?
Yes.
Word count.java.
Yes.
If this is capital, that should be capital. If this is small, that should be small. Okay. So vi word count.java, and then everything is getting changed, right? Okay. All right. Now we are going to start doing something here. So let us remove all these comments and make it as a very simple code first. Okay. So I'm going to remove all these comments. dd until you come to that red color. Map function, and this is your word count tokenizer mapper. Do not change the class name, do not change the method name. That's a must. Okay, I just changed the comment. I don't need this comment. I don't need this comment. And we will delete this also until that red color is coming in. Be very careful, because if you change the code, you'll have to copy the code from again simple MR. You changed it. I don't want this debug and all. I don't want, see, the for loop I unnecessarily deleted. How will you come back if you are deleting u? Again u, right? So dd,
Shift U, right?
huh?
Shift
U. Huh?
Shift U.
No, just u.
Just U?
Yeah.
We type U, right?
I typed u. Undo, u.
Oh.
D for
So
delete.
it's not in insert. It's in
If I am in
mode, right?
insert mode, then escape and then u.
Oh, escape U.
Escape means you will come out of the insert mode and then you type your Unix command. Shift is not needed, Krishna. dd and then dd and then dd. You don't need that system.out.println, and then you don't need this method also. This is just, it will confuse you. I am just
What
removing
is it? Method?
that print values. And look at another beauty. I am selecting that brace there, right? When I select that brace, this particular brace here, right? When I select this brace, automatically it will be highlighting, which means that there is the matching. See, Unix power. If you are using in TextPad or Notepad, you can't get it, right? So it is matching. That means I'm good. Now your main program, which is the driver class, everything is clear, right? So please look, now it became a very thin program. What is there in your code? Word count. And inside the word count, you have got the tokenizer mapper, and you have got the reducer, and you have got the driver. You got the complete code, correct? Correct. So first, let us run this and make sure it is working or not. Come out. Where I should go? See, a good practice is, this is the place com.passion where I am editing my code. So I will open another window where I will compile my code so that I don't have to always move back and forth between the directories. So where am I? I am inside CD, what is that? Workbook, right? CD workbook, and that clear. This is the place where my ant will be there. So whenever I make a changes on this window, I will make the changes in this window, correct? And whenever I want to compile it, what I will do, I will go here and I will do the compilation in this window. So my AND will be on this and my VI will be on this. Clear? Right. Now, AND. If any error, anything, you have to go back. So it is compiling the source code. And as you know, see the message, it is creating all the directories that we deleted earlier. The dist, static and everything, build successful, which means that you have done the editing clearly. Now, inside the CD dist, what will be there? Your myhadoop.jar is there. Do you know how to change this name, myhadoop.jar? Where you will change? In build.xml. If you don't like myhadoop.jar, you want to create bipin.jar, vasvi.jar, krishna.jar, just go there and change that name, it will create that file. Whatever you mentioned in build.xml is what is getting created.
In the build.xml, we created all those attic and
correct.
If we don't want it, we can take the line.
Yeah, you can take the line off.
We don't need it.
You don't need it. But dist, you cannot take the line off. Lib, you cannot take the line off. Classes, you cannot take the line off.
Whatever we deleted in
Not everything.
Not everything.
No. Okay.
Classes cannot be, because classes is used internally for compiling, and then from the classes the jar will be created. The other one you can delete. Okay. Why I gave you is that is a professional way of using build. A dist folder is actually given for distribution. That's why we give that name.
Important, right? Because we'll just is important.
Yeah, very important. Right.
Deleted attic and class.
Now, I won't change anything in the AND. If you want, you add another target called myDelete. And inside that myDelete, you delete your attic, classes, test and all after compilation. And whenever you want to delete it, you write AND myDelete. Then it will delete it. That is how you should learn AND. Do not do hard coding of the things inside. All right. Now, coming back to our code. Okay, our code is in this window. And we have got word count. The first experiment is we are now going inside the word count mapper map. And let us understand this, what is written here. This is the code that you executed on the very first day when you manually created mappers and reducers. Remember, I wrote twinkle, twinkle, little star, 4 lines, and I gave you a piece of paper. And I told that, okay, Shashi, you are one mapper, Krishna, you are another mapper, etc. And then what you did, you took that first line, right? So how that first line will come to each of you? You have to write, computer doesn't know anything. That first line is available in value. So when the MapReduce map function is getting the value, what does that value mean? Is it that entire file or is it that single line? It is a single line, please understand. Okay. So if I am telling you to write a code for finding the population of all the different states in America, and I am giving you Alabama, 20 million, Florida, 50 million, like that, some 10 state names and corresponding values. When I am telling you to write the MapReduce code, when I say value, that value represents the first line, not the first word. First line. Line is different from word. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. That entire line Shashi got. How I wonder what you are, Krishna got. What Krishna got is there in the variable value in Krishna's mapper class.
What is the text?
Huh?
Text.
Data type, like int, character. Okay. Object is the data type, text is the data type, context is the data type. In Java, whenever you write int I, what is the meaning? I is of type integer. Char C, what is the meaning? Character C. Float F, floating point. Double D, double value. Similarly, text value means it is coming as text. Anything in Hadoop, if you are not deciding or writing explicitly, everything is read as text input format. Okay? So, it is the type text. So, please clearly understand. Can you tell me if I give you these two lines like ABC, PQR and XYZ, M and O. I have two lines. Okay? Remember, in MapReduce, Shashi is going to execute and at the same time Krishna is going to execute. So what is the value that Shashi is getting? ABC, PQR. And what is the value that Krishna is getting? X, Y, Z, M and O. Okay. This is a realistic example. I'm just telling you for an example. It is possible that if there is only one mapper, Shashi will get both one by one. Are you understanding? Right? I'm just telling you an example that if suppose there are multiple mappers, this is how you should think. So, you got value. Now tell me in the MapReduce program what she was doing on the paper when she got twinkle, twinkle, little star. No?
Twinkle one.
No? Before that you did something. What is that? This is computer. Don't say just what you did.
I read the line.
You read the line and separated each word from that line. Most important thing that you did there. Your brain did that, right? How will you separate a text into individual words? In 2014 or 2015, I read an article where the most widely used class in Java, most widely used across the globe, is string tokenizer. And what is a string tokenizer? Very beautiful class. String tokenizer is, as the name indicates, it will tokenize a string. What is meant by tokenize? If you have studied compiler programming design and all in your college days, token means individual words. In compilers, int is a token, I is a token. That is how compiler works. Every token will be taken and then it will check whether this is a reserved word or not, like that, right? So, token means individual words. So, what is that string tokenizer will do? It will take a big string and it will give you all the tokens. So, if I have, okay, I will show you by writing a small program.
So what is the built-in delimiter for the string tokenizer?
Wait. So, if suppose I am going to write a new program, this is just for your sample. You don't have to learn, but it is there in the video, so you can learn later. So, I'm going to write vi demo.java, right? I don't think that there is a demo available. So, vi demo.java. I want to write a class. Can you tell me what will be the name of my class? Remember my name of the program? Demo. So, public class, then demo. I wrote D capital, so it should be demo. And inside the class, I want to write public static void main. Remember, in Java, without this, you cannot write anything. So, just by heart the main syntax, main signature, right? And inside the main program, I want to write string tokenizer st. What is the meaning of this, Krishna? String tokenizer st. What is that meaning? String tokenizer is the data type and st is the variable name. You asked me, no, what is meant by text? So, string tokenizer st equal to new string tokenizer, okay? And in bracket, I am going to write hello space world and then I am going to write okay, a space. What does this mean? Separate that entire string by space. So how many tokens you will get? Hello and world.
The delimiter is
So I am going to write here to print it. There is little bit of syntax that you need to do. String tokenizer. When you are string tokenizing, let us say twinkle twinkle little star. How many tokens it internally contains? 4 tokens, correct?
Yeah.
So you have to do a while loop. What is while? You are looping, right? st dot has more tokens. See, it is plain English. What is the meaning? It has got more tokens. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. So twinkle, it has got more tokens. Again, twinkle, little star. Again, next twinkle, oh, it has got more tokens, little and star. Again, little, it has got one more token, star. Again, star, it has got no more tokens. Finished. It is like a wheel.
The class is already there, has more,
Huh?
has more tokens.
That is the method name in the string tokenizer.
You have given that method, right?
It's
It's already
there.
built.
How is it possible that I can write if I am not writing the class? Did I write the string tokenizer class? No, right? So, string tokenizer is provided by Java. And who gave me that method? Java, right? So, that is what Java classes is all about, right? If you write utility.java, you will write your method, right? So, st dot more tokens has more tokens, and I am going to write give me the first token. System dot out dot print line in bracket token is, right, st dot next token. Can you tell me what will happen inside this while loop? Preferably for Vasavi. What is the meaning of this while loop? While is going to repeat. Okay, assume that I am giving you a box, and inside the box there are, let's say, 10 chocolates. How will you tell a computer to take all the chocolate from that box? While there are more chocolates in the box, take one, take one, take one, take one, and when everything is over. That's what I did. I told the computer, not in a practical world. What you are doing in the kitchen is what I have done here. Okay. While there are more tokens, more chocolates, twinkle, twinkle, little star. Twinkle is one chocolate, twinkle is another chocolate, little is another chocolate, star is another chocolate. I write a while loop. Without learning while loop, you can't do anything, right? While loop, for loop, and all these are the loops in programming languages. Okay. Now let me check the syntax, because sometimes you will have to make sure. Yeah. See, has more tokens and next token. Okay. All right. You got your has more tokens and next token, and you are printing that. Let us compile this program. Will it be compiled? No, it will not be compiled. Can anybody tell me the reason why it will not be compiled? There is no programming code error, but it will not be compiled. Why? Java is going to tell you an error telling that I didn't understand string tokenizer. So what you need to do? You have to go here, and then you have to tell that from where you are borrowing that string tokenizer. Import, right? Remember import utility jar? Import, and what you need to write? Java.util.star. What does that mean? There is a ready-made chocolate packet that is given by Java called util. Bring me all the classes of that. How did I understand that there is this string tokenizer? You just go to the browser, and inside the browser you are going to write, let's say I am opening the browser, and inside the browser I am going to write string tokenizer Java and press enter. You will see Java APIs. Okay, let me make it big. Let us see string tokenizer, the first hit itself, and you click and you see what is the first line that you are seeing when you are clicking, which package it is, java.util. So this class string tokenizer is coming from java.util package. And now if you come down, then you will see an example, has more tokens, st.next token. That is exactly what I wrote. Sorry. So without, this is so simple that you just need to know. So assume that when you are writing a particular code, you don't know how to do it. How to iterate through this Just to put it in Stack Overflow or Google, 1,000 links are there. You'll get it. Right?
We
That's
should know which class to use.
even that you don't need to know how to iterate through strings. Okay, assume that I don't know anything about Java. Okay, how to split a word with spaces in Java. This much I know. If this much also I don't know, then there is serious problem. So right, and now I am going to press enter. Okay, then you see there is a split method given, example is given, and then you will see how to split string by space, and then you will see white space how to use by tab, how to use this one, everything you will see. That is how you learn Java. Okay, so you got this one. Okay, and now tell me what is the output that you are going to write. Java C demo.java. What is Java C? Compiling, right? Your hand was doing it earlier. See, there is a spelling mistake. So you go back. That's how you learn. Vi demo.java. And what is the spelling mistake? See, Jabua I wrote, right? So Vasavi was silent. Then clear. And now I am going to compile Java C demo.java, and you see there is no errors now. And now type Java demo, and you see token is hello, token is world. It executed the while loop. Okay.
So you can do
And
anything in.
okay, now Krishna started very curious. Now what do you want now?
Instead of space, you can use comma.
Okay, very good. So instead of space, she is going to see she's really brilliant. Even though there is no comma inside the input, she wants to split by comma. Okay, so let's see what is going to happen. So there is no comma in the input. Okay, so no common sense at all, but she wants to split by comma. Right, now let us see what is going to happen when I compile this particular program. Java demo.java. Okay, it will split by this one comma now. So you got it by comma now. How many commas were there in hello world? 5 commas, 10 commas, 2 commas? No commas, right? So what will happen? It cannot split. And then it gave you that full string. Okay, now you got it. Very good. So now we are demo.java, and our gentleman has asked a question. No, we don't give anything, right? Let's see. You compile the program. Java C demo.java, and then Java demo. So what do you mean by? So this is how you will get the answer, not like WhatsApp. I'm getting this error. So understand what is string tokenizer? Now come back to our program. Now what is the next question?
No, default is space.
Okay, very good. You got it now. We are demo.java. Now let's assume that I have got twinkle. I am intentionally writing one lowercase and one uppercase, and then little. How many tokens and how much I am going to get for this? If suppose I am taking the default with space. Default is space. If you don't write anything, it is space. So how many tokens are there? 3 tokens. So Java C demo.java, and then Java demo, you got 3 tokens. I don't want this. No, when I do the word count, what is the problem now? Twinkle will be 1 and lowercase twinkle will be 1. I don't want that, right? Our program is now wrong. So tell me what is a change that you will do here? Okay, string tokenizer, while st.next token, please convert that particular value that I am getting to lowercase or uppercase. From where I understood there is to lowercase, Krishna?
Because you have to. Oh, from.
How? From the Java API, in the strings, if you look, there is a method called to uppercase, there is a method called to lowercase. What it will do? Anything, whatever is coming, it will convert it into lowercase. If you want uppercase, you can do it.
It will convert output into.
Yeah, the token.
Yeah.
The token is now. Let us compile the program. Java C demo.java, and then Java demo. What you got now? Capital twinkle. What happened? Right? Clear. This program is not available. I'm going to delete because you have to remember. Because the video is there, no? Right? Right, Vasvi? If I give everything, how will you learn? You will not learn, right? No need, no need. Lakshmi will write. Okay. And if you Lakshmi wants, I will tell her.
Yeah, he sees.
Okay. So rm minus rf demo.java gone permanently, right? And then rm minus rm minus rf demo.class. Demo rm minus rf demo.class. So even deleting also is recorded. So that whenever we're looking at the recording, you will type. Otherwise, what you will do, you will not type. No, you will just copy it and you will start practicing. I want you to type. All right. Now you come back to our MapReduce program. Okay. Very interesting now. Please look at that line. Okay. You don't want this system.out.println. I'm removing the command. Earlier, I forgot to remove this command. Okay. Please look at this. String tokenizer value dot to string. What is to string? That means you are ensuring that the value that is coming to Shashi and Krishna are strings. Okay. Because if somebody is writing 1, 2, 3, you want to consider that 1, 2, 3 as a string, not as a number. Okay. So you got that string. And then what I'm doing, what is that line which is written? See the power of string tokenizer. Any tab or any new line or any carriage return or a form feed or a comma or a dot or a colon, please separate it. Understand? So you are giving any of those character comes. What it will do? It will separate it. So tell me, Shashi, you are now doing the map independently. You got ABC PQR. As a result of this while loop, how many tokens you are having now? Two tokens. ABC and PQR. And what about you? Two tokens. This and this. Correct? Understand? Now, what Shashi is going to do? She is going to put it in a context. Context is an internal object. And then you are going to tell that twinkle, or sorry, ABC, comma 1. What is that? Look at that. And what is that 1? That 1 is nothing but the number 1. Okay. Why I am not writing 1 directly? See, when you are telling the computer something, Hadoop has following a standard. Hadoop is telling that your output key and value must be objects. If you put a number 1, 1 is int. Int is not an object. It is a primitive data type. You have to convert it into an object. How will you convert a 1 to an object? That's the line. Int writable. Int writable is now an object. Object-oriented programming. Everything should be objects. So, you wrote context dot write word comma 1. What does that mean? You took the word and you wrote this one. Okay. Now comes the question. Please think with me. I am going to give you an input file. Okay. This is the population. So, Alabama 10. Okay. And I am going to put a colon. And this is counted by Mahesh. And then Krishna is coming and she counted Alabama, another area, say 5 million. And then Shashi came, she counted Alabama, let us say 3. And then Mahesh came and counted Florida and he got 7. And Krishna came, she counted Florida and he got 4. Bibin suddenly came and counted Alabama, which is 2. And then let's say Vasavi, Florida, and then 2. I want the population of Florida now. What is the total population? Florida. Okay. 2 plus 4, 6, 6 plus 7 is 13. Correct? And Alabama is 18, 20, 20. I want to write a MapReduce program now. It is not word count. Now you are coming to the real application. Tell me by looking at this. And remember, if you have understood whatever I told you so far, you don't need anything else now. Now you apply the common sense, that's all. And this is what you are going to do if you are going to a company. And if you are able to write it, then you continue the job. Otherwise, that the evening you come back. Right? So, tell me what is going to be happening now. And what are the things that is needed for that. And remember, this is not word count. And we don't read word count at all. What I am going to do first, I am going to change the name of the program as Move the word count as population count dot java. Don't stop by typing population count only. Then the word count dot java will become population count without the dot java, and you cannot compile. Vi population count dot java, and as all of you know, I changed the public class name because now the name of the program is population count. And the moment you change that, there are two more places, the comments that you have written here, right? So even if you don't change the comment, that is not a problem, but for consistency purposes, we are always changing. It is population count. There is no change. Oh, sorry. There is no change in the input and output. Why? Because you have to give an input file and you need an output file. So population count, and here I am going to write population count program as the comment here. Okay, population count program, and then here I am going to change the name of this particular class as population count.class. Now I am going to do a little bit risky things also. I don't want to call it as a word token sizer mapper, so I am going to go there and I am going to call this one as, okay, as what? Population mapper. I'm going to call it as population mapper, and I came down, and the reducer I am going to call it as population reducer. And the moment you change your mapper and reducer, driver, and in the driver I am going to write here my mapper class name is population mapper, and here we change it to understand what is meant by a driver now? Population reducer. So you change to the mapper and reducer class. Look, now if I compile the program, what will happen? You will get the output as Florida 171, Alabama 110, because it will do the word count. I don't want the word count, right? So first let us create the file. Where we will create the file? Remember, we have other window where our build.xml is there, right? So cd, what is this? What is this directory called? Workbook. And inside the workbook, I have all these files. I am going to create an input file, okay? Input for population.txt. Just input for pop.txt. And let us type on Alabama, and I am going to write here a colon, and I am going to write here 7. And somebody by mistake put a lowercase Alabama and put the next value, which is 10. Okay. Oh. Spelling should be corrected. Nobody can change that one. Okay. So now next we have Florida, and Florida we put 5, and then let's say Florida we put 15, and then let us say we put Alabama some values. Okay, Alabama as 5, and then let us include one more. Georgia is 7, and then again Georgia is 8. I intentionally put some colons and some commas. Now I want the population. Escape, shift to set. Come back to your code. This window. Vi population.count. Please think now. First, I am not worried about tab and all because my data is very clean. If it is not clean, you have to put it, okay? And please look, I am already handling a colon and a comma. So if you look, there is this comma available here, right? You can see, right? And then there is this colon also. Even semicolons also will work. While tokenizer dot has more tokens, what is the first token? What is it? State name. Agree? Yes or no?
Yes.
I'm changing this. Oh, sorry. State name is the first one, and I'm converting. We won't change state names to lowercase, but we will change it to uppercase. I got the first token. Now, do I need to change the second line and third line, or I need to change only the third line? What I need to do now? I need to take the next token now. What is the next token if I take? The next token in our data is the population. You understand? So what I am going to do is, I am going to create what is the data type of this one? You should have the same data type. Indwritable. Correct? So what I need to do? Indwritable. Pop count equal to, just create a variable. Okay, you can call any variable. Don't give space. It's not like first name and last name. New indwritable. Remember, the value that is coming is, it is an integer, but it is not only an integer. What is the data type of the value that is returned by string tokenizer? Always a string. So what you need to do? First you have to convert that string into int, and then you have to convert that int back into indwritable, not string. Got it or not? I wrote indwritable of 1. Why? Because 1 I know it's an int variable. But here that value 7 is coming as a string. Because string tokenizer is giving you what? String. So first you have to convert that string into, not integer. Integer in Java is a class. Int. Int is a primitive data type. How will you convert a string into an integer? You need to know little Java. Integer dot parse int in bracket whatever value is coming. And what is the value that is coming in? Anybody? Yeah, well, it is not that simple, right? It is the tokenizer dot next token. The first token you already read. The second token is what? The population count. So you converted that into integer. What is this? What is this? Again, you lost everything that I gave you. Hello world. In my while loop, how many lines I wrote? st dot next token and st dot next token. First st dot next token, what did it print? Hello. Next st dot next token, what did it print? World. So first value st dot next token, Florida. Next st dot next token, and you converted that into an integer. Did you convert or not? No, not yet. Integer dot parseInt token, and then I finished that bracket. Look at that, matching bracket is given by Linux. Very, very important. Okay, don't put WhatsApp telling that I got error, because error. You didn't finish the bracket. Common sense. But there is one more problem, right? You have not finished one more, which is the indwritable one. That also finished. So indwritable is answer, and then put a semicolon. Now, is there anything that I need to change? Word.set is S. You are not thinking. No, S is correct. You are putting the country name or full of state name, but you are not putting 1 anymore. What are you going to put now? So now you think what you are doing. Florida, you took first token. 7, next token. You are going to put Florida 7 into your output. Next, Alabama. Let us take only one mapper. Alabama, you put Alabama 10. And then Alabama 5. Finally, Florida 2. Then you give to the reducer. All Floridas will go to one reducer. All Alabamas will go to another reducer. What that reducer is going to do? Same as word count. No change in the reducer. Why? Because instead of adding all the counts, now you are adding all the population. Let us check whether there are any errors or not. How will you check whether there are errors or not? Go back and then add. See? One error. What is the error? Word.setS. What you need to do? Just go back. vi population.count. I told you in Java it is very, very beautiful error messages. Word.setS. S was from the previous program. Instead of S, what I need to do? State name. That's it. So state name is the variable name. Right? Hey, Krishna becoming Java programmer now. Right? And now clear. And now and then press enter. What is the name of the input file? Input for pop.txt. So what we need to do? Put it into Hadoop. How will you put Hadoop? fs minus mkdir nov 17 nov 17 and then Hadoop fs minus put input for pop.txt to November 17. Clear? Go to your dist folder and then Hadoop jar my Hadoop.jar. Come on. Vasavi? Vasavi? Where? See, you became professional now. Population count? November what? 17. November 17 out. What is that, Krishna? It's recorded. Whatever you are asking is also recorded. That's why you are not asking anything. Hadoop fs minus cat
Number 17.
17 out slash exercise from an R. Can you show me a bar chart and a pie chart showing the population of each state? Tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow only. Why?
I got next week.
No, tomorrow. What you need to do? I don't want you to be little bit difficult. I will give you the clue. Don't write that word comma $0 as the heading and all. You do up to this. Okay? At least don't get the bar chart or this thing, but you do it to this. If you can, what you need to do is copy this into local. How will you copy this into local? Copy to local. And then manually you write a heading. State and count. State and count on the top of this file. But tell something problem. Hadoop fs minus copy to local November 17 out No, that Vasavi looking at me, I am getting
No, she's
scared.
doing all commands from here.
November 17 out slash part dash r dash 1 2 3 4 5 2 dot. What it will do? It will copy to local. Okay, clear. ls I got this file into my local now from the Hadoop file system. Okay, let us change that name. vi part02. Okay, pop dot output. Pop dot out is my file. And now ls pop dot out. vi pop dot out. What I am telling, just manually add this line as state and here as what? Count. Okay. Remember, I told you how to write it also in Hadoop in the last class. I am not telling you to do that much. So you create a now file pop.out. Now you show that pop.out in an R graph. And don't ask me how to get a bar chart. I want you to use Google. Create a simple bar chart in R. It will tell you what is the package. What you are going to type, install that package, and then write that code, 3 lines. What you have done. End-to-end analytics. What more is needed? Did you understand now what is happening in the mapper? Now we changed everything. And we now manipulated the tokens and all. Now if I am giving you any file, you should be able to write a MapReduce and create an output. Suppose I am giving you that. Now I got the name of the person. Let's say the company of the person. And then I am telling you that the joining date of the person. And then I am telling you, let's say the referral that this person has given. So name is Krishna, company Florida Blue. What is this one? Joining date last year, 2017, let's say, and referred Mahesh. Right? If I am asking you a question, write a MapReduce program. How many people in total are referred by Krishna? Assume that Krishna's row is again for another person also. She referred many people, let's say. How many people were referred by Mahesh? How many people joined in July last year? And this is different companies are there. How many people belong to Florida Blue? This is how you will go to expertise in MapReduce. What is the trick? Next token, next token, next token, next token. 4 tokens you will write, and then you get whatever you need and write whatever you need, and then manipulate in the reducer.
No, can you tell me this again? We will get it like tokenizer, like Florida Alabama.
String tokenizer.
This is the
ST
same
with a white space.
Uh-huh.
ST dot next token name. ST dot next token company name. ST dot next token joining date. ST dot next token reference. Once you have that 4 tokens in the reducer, if you want to do with this one, then write that only. If you want to do with this one, then write that only. Look at the code. How I put state name and count. Instead of state name, you will be putting company name to find out how many people are there in Florida Blue.
No, I got it.
You got it or not? In the code, see here. Here.
Sorry, one question. In tokenizer,
Wait. I am going to tell you the
No,
answer to that also. Okay, listen. So, if you are going to this particular file, okay, you should be able to think now. Okay, so now I am going to write vi referral dot txt as my file name, and inside the referral file, I don't have headings. Remember, I got Krishna, and then I got FB, and I got July 10. Oh, you want that date to be very perfect. Okay.
no, 7.
July 10. July 10. And then I am going to put another comma and then I write Mahesh. Okay. And then let us create another row, Mahesh, which is working in, let's say, city. And then joining date, let's say July 05, 2017. Referred, let's say, Vasavi. Let's say 2 rows are there. And now, in the population count.java, vi population count, vi population count.java. Here I wrote only string state name. Here the my data will be string name of the person, first token. Again string company, next token. String joining date, next token. String referral, next token. So I got 4 variables now. What to write here depends upon what is the application that you are writing. Are you going to count by this? Are you going to count by this? Depending upon that you write it. Clear? Huh? And then create charts, graphs. Think about a real-time data. What you can do in FB? Do you have any some logs that you can think of? Get it and then do some manipulation and show an R graph which is useful. That is how you should start doing the things.